Hello, beautiful souls, and happy Tuesday to you all. I hope you are all having an absolutely amazing Mercury retrograde. I am Miss Psychic D. I'm here again to offer the Mass Conscious Collective universal energy reading from this moment forth. My readings are never time specific, so if you ever want to go back and check out the others, you are more than welcome to do so. For those who are in my Patreon group, I am uploading our psychic insight and guidance for the month of February in a couple of days, so be ready for that. If you are not part of my Patreon community, which is my little personal development playground where we just, choose our own cards, I share useful links, we do all sorts of things in there. Anything that's got to do with personal development on a spiritual level, that's what my aim is in there. So if you're not part of it and you want to be part of it, in there you also get your weekly star signs and the month forecast ahead, all that sort of stuff. I will pop the link to that playground in the comments below, but it'll also be in the description if you want to check that out. So welcome again. I'm just coming off back-to-back readings this morning, so I am flying high and I'm loosey-goosey. So without further ado, I am going to ask Spirit to use all my senses safely, securely and full protection to offer the Mass Conscious Collective. That's everyone who has subscribed to this channel, everybody who leaves a comment or gives me a like. If you could do that, that would help me out greatly. Anyone who invests energy or just happens to stumble across it, please know that this message is more so for you because I'm a natural born energy reader. So like I say, if you haven't hit that subscribe and stuff, and once again, thank you so much to everyone who has donated to my channel. Because of you, it helps me keep this channel going. It's just a little bit of an energy exchange to say thanks as well, which I really, really do appreciate. So you know who you are. If you have kindly donated to this channel, then thanks, man. Just thanks. Love yous. All right, let's do this, eh? As you all know, we are in Mercury retrograde right now. I feel like we've still got maybe a couple of weeks of this, so it's going to be interesting to great start to see how this all unfolds. So, Spirit, can you tell me so I can share with others what we can expect from this moment forth? This can come in the form of prediction, guidance, to-dos, be mindful ofs. Can be anything. I'm just a natural conduit. So, oh, that card really wanted to jump out. All right. So the first card we got is work through your fears. Mercury retrograde. So don't be surprised if shadow parts of self aren't coming up for you right now. You may be seeing your own true colors. You may be changing your lifestyle, shaping it up a little bit, finding new perspectives, new ways of doing things, all that sort of stuff. Don't be surprised if there's people around you that are showing you their true colors. So some people are actually transmuting their energies and stepping up into a better form of themselves. So, cut everyone a little bit of slack right now. Just I always say, allow the actions to speak louder than the words. So if this is yourself, keep going, keep doing, keep working through those fears. But if other people around you are doing the same kind of thing as well, so just go easy. If their actions don't match their words, or there's no movement at the station, or it's making you intuitively feel a little bit, I would just say leave it alone. Just leave it alone right now, because we're all going through this as individuals and we're all being influenced by the mass conscious energies of what's happening in our world at the moment. And we've all got people who want to give us opinions and thoughts and suggestions and all that. So just take what you need from whatever source you get it from and leave the rest. Just always make sure it's for your own highest good. So like I say, don't be surprised right now if you're working through some of your fears, facing your fears. I know my son did it. He just went skydiving. So not that he has a fear of skydiving per se, but that's still very brave and something that for someone who suffers from anxiety and stuff, typically just to go and do that, that's amazing. So face your fears and do it anyway. Most definitely. We are in a time for healing, so to speak. Just be mindful and know that we are never broken. You are never broken. Sometimes we are a bit bumped up and scratched up and all that sort of stuff, but you're not broken. It is a time for healing. We are healing as a planet. There is a mass rising happening at the moment. It's a shift in everyone's consciousness. These things take time. So just remember that, use your time wisely, use it effectively, use it for your own highest good. So some of you may need to have a bit of an introspection and see what parts of your life may need a little bit of sifting and sorting and heal that to a certain degree. I'm being shown physical, if you've got any physical sort of things happening at the moment. So if you do, I would heavily guide you to find more holistic ways of healing yourself, so to speak. Especially inflammation, if you're experiencing any form of inflammation in your body, go get the holistic help that you need for that. Absolutely. We've got a time to give rather than take. So at the moment, it's really important that you give to yourself first and foremost. If you are really struggling at the moment and you can't do that, maybe you could go and do some voluntary work and get a natural high from actually being of service and helping others. So I don't want to how do I say this? Don't take on too much right now. I wouldn't take on too much right now because I feel like it's a contrast for me to say this because I don't believe in lack. I don't believe in less than or anything of that nature. But they are just saying to hold on to what you got for now. So this could be, saving your coin or controlling your spending to some degree, all that sort of stuff. I'm not sure why they're giving me that because at the end of the day, we can have whatever we want. Maybe people are doing this too much. Maybe people are restricting themselves and causing their energy to be stagnated because they are holding on to things a little bit too tightly. So if this is you, I would loosen up a little bit. Just remember that everything in life is an energy exchange. That's the to and fro reciprocity of giving and taking. So if you yourself can acknowledge that you're holding on too tightly for things because it's maybe a scarcity kind of type thinking or a lack then or a worry or a fear that, you might not get to next payday without something or whatever, I would really look into that if I were you. And at the end of the day, if you're taking too much, it's time for you to give back. Or some people may be receiving the things that they need if you open yourself up to receive it. So it's definitely a time of reciprocity, energetic reciprocity, because that's going to help in the healing process as well. It's also going to help you move through your fears as well. So yeah, so we do have our commitments are being tested, aren't they just? It's happening all over the scale. But at the end of the day, the main message I'm getting out of these Moonology cards, that just helps me tap into the mass conscious collective. It's definitely time to have a look and adjust the reciprocity in things. So if you're giving out too much and not getting much in return, so to speak, you need to have a look as to why that is. Typically, it's because we're a chronic people pleaser and we struggle to have things given back to us, so to speak. Some people may be the taker. If that's not you, you may have someone around you that's a taker. It's time to withdraw your energy from that. That's going to help you heal relationships. I mean, sift and sort. Some people, like I said right at the beginning, can actually raise their energy and actually understand, wow, I'm taking a bit too much from people. I'm not really giving back. Wow, I better start doing that. Some people may have that sort of emotional intelligence and awareness to actually start doing that. Or you might have the emotional intelligence to say, you know what, I'm giving, and I'm not receiving very much. So I may need to take some time out to understand that I get back in touch with my self-worth, that I can receive things from others and I don't have to bleed myself dry and I don't have to go without. There is no lack. Scarcity thinking needs to be sorted right now because we are going through an ascension process. And in Mercury Retrograde, it's very easy for an energy reader anyway, to get the contrast of that because we're all looking at that in our own lives. So we need to balance our spirituality and practicality. Once again, there's that reciprocity, the balancing of the scales. They just told me an improvement of income streams as well. So that's pretty cool. So if you are, if you are in this scarcity and your type of thinking and you're holding on to your resources a little bit too tightly, I'd loosen up a little bit. Just loosen up a little bit. Don't go hell for leather and blow everything that's in your bank, so to speak. But it is a time to maybe tell a different money story, learn about the law of attraction, how it actually is at play in your life. It's not always money. This can be resources, opportunities, options, anything that adds value to your life or allows you to add value to the lives of other people. It's a really strong time at the moment in this Mercury retrograde to balance that out. That's what we're healing at the moment. So I remember a saying, and I shouldn't say this out loud because I can't remember, but it says if you give the power to people to feed you, then you also give them the power to starve you. So something to be mindful of at the moment. So it may be a balancing of those codependent energies as well. Communication is key. It's come out for the last few weeks as well. So it's really important that you communicate your needs. They just told me maybe do a chakra balancing, because if your throat chakra is really blocked and you have trouble communicating your needs, it's really important that you start doing that. I think some of you may start receiving some unexpected communication, especially if you open yourself up to receive a different perspective, a different way of doing things. They just said knowledge is power. So you may, part of your healing process and the balancing of your own yin and yang energies and the balance of the give and take energies and all that sort of stuff, it's going to come through some form of communication. So I feel like this is definitely something that's coming in. It may have to start with you first, but if you are a great communicator and you've been having a chat to the universe and chatting to others and only telling the story of what you want and why you want it and where you're going and all that, it's gonna come into fruition for you, most definitely. We got to the sea. So a lot of you are changing the course or direction in your life. A lot of you are being guided intuitively to where you need to go. These will come in the forms of ideas, nudges, signs, symbols, synchronicities, all that sort of stuff. I feel like a lot of you are going to get on top of things emotionally. That's going to be part of your healing process. I just don't feel like I'm emotionally feeling as deep as I was. So that's kind of a good thing. I've set the sail in a new direction, they're saying. Some of you are steering your boat in a new direction. They're trying to talk to me in sailor mode. No idea, I don't do sailor. I've only got a sailor mouth. But a lot of you have a couple of guides around you at the moment. I feel like one is an angel, so to speak, that's helping with the healing. And the healing and the mothering and the nurturing, the caring side of this. They're around you soothing you. But then I have a very sort of masculine kind of energy in spirit. It's going to be different for everybody, obviously, but they're trying to help you balance out your spirituality and practicality. So I feel like the angels, and they don't want me to say fairies, so I'll just say the angels at the moment are very active in our life, trying to soothe us in certain ways. But then I have a very strong guide who's trying to allow us to use our intuition to logically do what we need to do, so to speak. And that's part of the practicality side of things. It's kind of weird. Yeah, because I see two of them here. There's two here. So you do have one guide and one angel by your side at the moment, helping you to create some sort of maybe a physical plan for yourself and your future as you start to heal and release the fear and release the unwanted by replacing it with the wanted, making sure that you do communicate your needs to first and foremost yourself and being honest with yourself. That will overflow in the discussion with others. If they choose to be on the same path and same journey as you, awesome. But if they don't and it's not reciprocated, then don't be surprised if they sort of just fall away at the seams, or you choose to say, you know what, this just isn't going to work, so to speak. But this new direction will kick off in the coming 4 to 6 weeks, I feel. So we can actually use this Mercury retrograde that's been enhanced by the full moon to actually give us this little lineal time, so to speak, to do the energy work, to do the sifting and sorting that you need. Definitely. We are an unfinished symphony. So you're tying up loose ends. Don't be too hard on yourself. Your life is a symphony. You can make it as musical as you want, or as to show me the crackles, when you're in between stations and it's kind of crackly. So some of you aren't really clear on what you want right now, and that's okay. You may feel a bit confused. You can do yourself a favor by booking in a reading, because that's what I help people do. I help them move from where they are to where they want to be with clarity and optimism and hope and all that sort of stuff. If it's not me, somebody else. If you do need to go and get some Reiki healing or anything of that nature, do that. Honor yourself. Really look after yourself. It's part of your healing journey right now. Just remember that you're not broken. You're just tweaking. You're tweaking your energy so you can help shift out of whatever feels like an unfinished symphony and what you're still cleaning up into this new direction. And I can guarantee you that if you put in the energy work and you are focused on yourself and you only accept things in your life that are equally reciprocated. And once again, don't forget that just because you give Joe Blow down the street $10, don't have the expectation that Joe Blow is going to give you back that $10. That you may give that in good intention and because that person needs it and you're being of service, but then you might walk down the street the next day and $20 will roll by your feet. So it doesn't always mean that you get back from the person, you know, what you gave them, so to speak. It can come from all different sources. So just be mindful of that as well. So don't hold on too tightly to things at the moment, because I feel like a lot of you are showing me the vision of a kite. You're just waiting for the wind, the right wind to come to sort of pick you up and help you sail away, so to speak. Yes, bless change. Like I say, hang out, keep doing the energy work until probably around March, maybe the end of March. I feel like April, I'm feeling a little bit better around April-ish. And if it's not like big satisfaction, so to speak, you will be soothed, because this angel and this guide are really active in our lives right now. They are helping us balance out the scales between our spirituality and our practicality. Everything that you do in your life plan, so to speak, should be for your highest good and should be, and it will be divinely led, but it should be through inspired action. It's like, well, that just makes sense to me. I'm just going to do that now because that feels best right now. So a lot of you are in this choice making at the moment. So go easy on yourself, but they're showing me like it's a death and rebirth, because they're showing me, you know, the cocoon and the butterflies coming out. It's the kite that's on the ground and the wind's just about to change and it's going to lift that kite up and you're going to have smooth sailing. It is what you may expect right now to be what feels like an unfinished symphony. So don't try to push too hard, but don't stay stagnant and hold on to things and stay in your comfort zone too much either. Sort of branch out and start doing more inspired action, that's for sure. Yes, whatever you're imagining right now is what you're going to create for yourself. So use your imagination for love and anything that you want. Money, resources, abundance, new house, new car, whatever it is. Use your imagination and go there in your energy field, in your feeling space, and live it like you have it already. Place your order, stamp it as done. Know that they've got your back. It's on its way. It may not present itself when you're in a healing kind of energy, because the energies are so sort of contrast or whatever, and the emotions are kind of up and down and stuff. But once this actually gets soothed for us and we start feeling a little bit more emotionally better within ourselves, our imaginations are going to come to life. So you're either imagining something that you fear, and that can become very active, which we don't want for you right now. So some sort of sifting and sorting needs to be done there. But if you're using your imagination for what you want, what your desires are, what's for your own greatest good and for the good of all, being a positive service, all that sort of stuff, turning a blind eye to anything that is contrast to what you imagine, and you will be well on your way. You can and will expect this blessed change. It's something that you're praying for, something that you're hoping for, something that you're wishing for. It's just you're adjusting your energies right now so you can set sail in a whole new direction. Please know that I have just uploaded on my website in the personal development store a law of attraction manual. It is very basic, it's very simple. It's just the little procedures that I've learned over the years, and I've collated it into like a little printable for you. If you want to go and learn the basics of the law of attraction, and there's some little processes in there which I'll be doing some YouTube videos about just to explain it a little bit more, please feel free to do so. It's only $7, and as soon as you purchase, you can download it and print it if you want. So that may be something that some of you may want to go back to basics on, so you can start a whole new journey of creation from there. So so we do have the yang energy. So most of you are getting your power back. You're starting to understand what you have control over, what you don't, what you have power over, what you don't. This is the inner yearning. It's saying be led by the dream, not by the contrast. So it's time to, if you want to set sail in a whole new direction, you need a goal, you need a dream, you need a purpose. You know, you may just wake up one day and say, by the end of next week, I want to have at least 3 smoothies a week, just to get those micronutrients into me and all that. Set little small goals and targets for yourself. Try not to make them too big because they'll feel out of reach and you'll probably sabotage yourself every single time. But it is a time, this is like a Phoenix Rising card to me. You got the world at your fingertips, they're saying. Whatever you're asking for literally is at your fingertips. But it's us as 3D people going in our human cells being influenced by too many external things. And I'd avoid that if I were you guys. Whatever this is coming up for you, whatever you're imagining and dreaming into being, it's going to go the distance. Like I say, some of you may have started this or it may be coming up for you, the fact that you're going to take a leap of faith into something. This is someone who's got drive and passion and determination and nothing can hold them back. If you do, you're going to become a winner chicken dinner, that's for sure. So, you know, you may be just tidying up the loose ends when it comes to a certain plan and Spirit has said what you can do for yourself is expect positive results. It may not come in the form specifically of how you expect it to be, so to speak, but if you expect positive outcomes, then only positivity will come in. And those things that come in are those things that you're imagining, are those things that you are meant to be blessed with because it's for your highest good. The more Spirit help you fill your cup up, the more you can give from the overflow of your cup. It's an equal reciprocity at the moment. So some people are starting off with a bit of an empty cup. Some people's cup is half full. Some people are reaching the point where it's overflowing and they're going to be of true service. It's going to be different for everybody. But please know that if you have any fear or concern or worry that this won't pan out, that this won't work for you, I've got a very strong feeling that for the majority of you, it will. Yes, indeedy. Serendipity, baby, luck is on your side. So some of you will catch a lucky break, so to speak. This to me, they're saying, you know, you're going to be in the right place at the right time. You're going to have the right conversation with the right person. This is why it's really important that you tell your story and speak your story of what you want and how you want it to everybody that you see. You know, I know when some people say to me, what's going down, Danielle? I say I'm a successfully self-employed person. And I've got clients coming to me left, right and centre. And I go on with my little story. And even if it's something that I'm looking for, you know, I might be looking for a quiet place where I can offer private face-to-face readings. That's something I'm looking for right now. And I'm telling my story. I could be speaking to someone that goes, oh, I just did a granny flat up at the back and I'm not using it. Would you like to rent it out for a month or so and help you get going? You just don't know who's got what, who may be kind enough to give you something that you need or anything. So get your stories straight. Tell the universe what you want without any expectation, so to speak, on a specific outcome. It's just expecting that a positive outcome is going to come from it. So we'll get into a bit of tarot now. Some of you are nervous. I can feel the nervousness. Absolutely. We are releasing. We're in a releasing stage, my loves. That's part of the healing process. So once again, use your communication. If you struggle to tell people how you feel or whatever, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it. Place your order with the universe. Put your worries and concerns and fears with the universe. They will transmute it. The angels just go, I'm here, I'm here. She just pretty much just come in like that. There's action happening behind the scenes that's going to help you. As you can tell, I'm releasing. You know, you might have to go into your pillow and scream for a little bit. Who knows? But it's time that you take back control of your life. Use your sword to cut out any thoughts, people, places, things that no longer serve you or whatever. And time to reconnect with Source. Because they're really, really, really assisting you right now. Your guide is helping you with the manual plan, so to speak. So if you are inspired to write down, to start a diary, to do anything, that's what he's helping you with. And the fairies helping you at the moment with the healing and the soothing and the surety and the safety and all that of it. Beautiful. Nice balance of energies. Yep. We do have the King of Wands. So a lot of you are stepping up into your empire. I'm reading for 2 energies. I've got some that are fearful, scared, worried. What if this doesn't turn out? All that sort of stuff. And then I've got another contrast of energies that are going to step into March, full guns blazing, especially if you've done this healing work and you've finished the symphony of the music of your life, so to speak, and you've balanced out the yin and yang energies, you've balanced out the reciprocity, you've removed from your life what no longer adds value, and it can be thoughts, addictions, people, places, things, whatever it is, and you've replaced them with something better. If you've been gaining a new momentum in a new direction and you've been following your imagination, then you are going to come into a blessed change. We are being tested right now, absolutely, because we don't know what's wrong, right, whether Arthur, Martha, will this work, it won't work, all that sort of stuff. I would cancel out that sort of internal dialogue. If you are feeling unsure, you can write it down and release it in some way, but you don't want to dodge this luck. You want to get out of lack. I think that's what the transition is, if I'm honest. The transition is that we're balancing ourselves out of the lack and we're going back into luck, because luck is definitely on your side, and whatever this is, it's going to go the distance. It's setting you up in a whole new direction. We're not quite there yet. We're still working it out. But it's really important that you go into your emotional feeling space and do what's best for you in this moment. The right people will come along. The right opportunities are coming along. Everything that you need is coming along. It has been provided by you from Spirit, but it's up to us to align with that. That's the importance of balancing out your spirituality and practicality, knowing when it's time to play and knowing when it's time to work. Oh yeah. yeah, baby. So we've got the Tower. Like I say, the Tower is the falling away of old things, so new things can take our place. We can't dodge or weave this. It's kind of like the ending and the tidying up of a karmic cycle, so we can begin a whole new karmic cycle. It's really important that when you start a whole new karmic cycle, that it's things that you want, things that you're desiring, things that you're asking for, not continuing the story of the fear and the worry and the dread and all this sort of stuff. You will feel emotionally upheavaled right now. You'll be up one day, down the next, inspired one day, let down the next. That's typical, but the skill and the art of living and breathing the law of attraction and having fun and joy and having a blessed life, so to speak, is learning the way that you can balance this out for yourself. I had a shocker day last week or something. Everything felt like it was going wrong. I had a choice in that moment. I could sit there and like really stew in it and get really mad and angry and you know, piss off everybody around me and really bring the mood down or whatever, or I laughed. I literally just laughed. I remember when back in the day I got told I was bipolar because my emotions didn't match my true emotion. Something of that nature anyways, back in 1992. But anyway, at the end of the day, it's because I was born into this life always looking at the bright side, you know, and I've chosen over the years to pick my battles. And if it's not hurting myself or others, so what? So what? I feel like that's the energy that some of you really need to take. Stop being so anal, you know what I mean? And loosen up a little bit, so to speak. That's part of this Tower energy. So it's about picking your battles right now. Picking your battles as well. Money from work is definitely going to pay off. So I feel like for the mass conscious of you, money's on your mind, work's on your mind, all that sort of stuff. Whatever you're working hard at right now, it's going to come into fruition for you. I've got a feeling that it will start beginning around March, April for most people. If it comes to you sooner, brilliant. That just means you're more emotionally in alignment with it, and you're not being influenced by external voices or opinions or stuff like that. A lot of you are going to co-create with other people, so you may be teaming up with someone to do whatever this work venture is. If you're not, if you can do it alone, then sweet as, don't worry, because it is going to go the distance. You will cross the finish line sooner rather than later. But if you are someone who thinks that you may need a bit of help, a bit of support, you actually want to partner up with someone. I feel like I'm still working as an individual, but we're doing it together. So it's sort of, you know, power in numbers, so to speak. But please know if you are reinvesting or doing anything on a work money front, it's definitely going to pay off for you. Stay out of everyone else's business. Stop listening to the media, the news, anything of that nature. Be careful what you're investing your time in. This is someone who kind of believes that the world is out to get them, that they can't move forward because of this, because of that, because of this, and because of that, all that sort of stuff. This is that unfinished symphony. This is something that we want you to start putting better music in your ears as well, and start lining up with people, places and things that actually do serve you. If you do this, and you're going to move forward triumphantly, you will actually embrace this lucky change that's coming in for you, and it's going to go the distance. No ifs, no buts. So I love that. It is very still, I think, very similar to my past reads, but at the end of the day, this is Mercury retrograde, babies. It's Mercury retrograde. So, they're laughing at me now. They're going, oh, God, I can't think of it in reading mine. There's a character that jumps on a horse and goes, oh, hi-ho, Silver, away! So a lot of you are going to, if you've created some sort of a plan, or there's something that you've been imagining or dreaming or something of that nature for yourself, I feel like you're going to leap into action soon. Definitely. Oracles now. So it's really important that you stay optimistic. So once again, if you're having trouble keeping a clear head or whatever, daily practices are really good with reading affirmations, reciting self-scripts. I offer self-scripts every Sunday for the week ahead in my Patreon group as well, if you don't know how to sort of create a script or anything of that nature. Anything that you can do to stay optimistic right now and stick to the bright side of life, it's going to really pay its dividends. That's going to be part of this blessed change. So please, 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 your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle happens. And magic. Yeah. So I've already spoken about 45,000 words this morning with the other readings that I've done. Yeah, so look out for signs, synchronicities, intuitive nudges. You know, you are being led. I feel like a lot of you are being led. Spirit are putting a lasso on everybody and say, we want you to come this way, but you've got to use your free will. You've got to come willingly. You've got to want better for yourself. You've got to want to come back to the here and now and not focus on how it is and how it is present. You've got to make some little lifestyle adjustments for yourself. You need to focus on the good rather than the bad, and the healing instead of the fear, and balance out those energy components that is going to be unique to you, because there are signs and symbols that are coming your way to help you with that. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So like I say, take a really good look at how you spend your energy and try to find a balance in that. You may just want to start first with balancing out how much time you spend at work and how much you play. It's going to be different for everybody. Maybe you're having too much play and fun, and not enough sort of, deliberate creator mind. That's the spirituality and the practicality. Jumped out. What's your thoughts? Your thoughts become your things. I would just guide everyone right now with the energies that we're going through is to start doing your I am statements. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am expectant. I am in charge of my own reality. I am the creator of my own reality. I am someone who can have whatever they want. I am going places. I'm really excited. I'm feeling thrilled at the opportunities that are coming my way. I am willing to accept this blessed change that Psychic D just said is coming for us. I know that everything I touch turns to gold, and it's going to go to balance. So you can start doing those kind of things, or statements, affirmations, stuff like that. Or you can go into I believe, I believe that there is a good side to everybody. I believe that I can choose to look at the bright side of things. I believe that things can come to me unexpectedly. I believe that my prayers are coming true. Whatever you believe as an individual, you may just want to start there, and that will help you tap into your imagination, and Spirit will give you these little downloads through synchronistic events and stuff to let you know that you're on the right path, and that you're broadening your horizons and being more optimistic and shifting your perspectives and all that sort of stuff that comes with, up-leveling, ascending, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And you do that and you will get waves of prosperity. So everyone's prosperity is going to be different. Some of you just want this lucky break. If you just want the lucky break, then baby, you're going to get it. Some of you want a little top up in your bank account or your bank balance. If that's what you're imagining and creating and coming into being, that's what you're going to get. Some of you may want to buy a property, invest in certain things or whatever. If that's what you're imagining and dreaming of, it's coming in. Whatever you consider prosperous, that's going to provide you with stability and security right now, that's what's coming in for you. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. So it's coming in. So you want to be prepared for before March. That's for sure, because I feel like that's when something's gonna kick off. Absolutely. All right, my loves. That's what I have for you today. I hope that all made sense. If you want to join my Patreon, book in for a private reading, go over to my Facebook page or go to my Instagram or anything of that nature. I will pop all the links down below. If you would like to currently donate just to say thanks and keep that energy exchange going, please by all means do so. I'm ever so grateful. I wish you the most bestest week ahead, and I will see my Patreons in a couple of days for our February forecast. All right, guys, have a good one. I love you so much. Bye.